We're going to make chocolate cookie sandwiches. So let's get started. In a large bowl, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of butter that's been at room temperature. And with your stand-up or your hand mixer, just begin on medium speed to start to cream and break up that butter. And again, that was 3/4 of a cup. Once you do that, add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar to the butter. And I'm just going to raise my speed so I can cream the sugar and the butter together. Alright, once I do that, you're going to add 2 eggs that have been at room temperature. I'm going to put one in at a time. And there's the second one. And then again on medium speed, I'm just going to bring it all together. The next thing that you're going to need is vanilla, and you're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now at this time, you do want to bring your mixer on high, and you want to keep beating it till it becomes so smooth that it doesn't feel gritty anymore. But you really don't feel the sugar. And that's going to take you a few minutes to do that. You usually can see the grit, or you can pick it up with a teaspoon and touch it. But you do want to make sure that you beat it well enough on high so it isn't gritty anymore, that it becomes very satiny and very smooth. So I want to work the bottom of that bowl and work both sides. And you will be able to see this if you don't want to touch the raw cookie dough. And mine has come together. So I'm going to turn off that mixer. There we go. And now we're going to add flour, and you're going to put a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour into this. And I'm on high speed again. And I'm just putting a little at a time. Now once you do that, you're going to combine a 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa. And this again is not the cocoa that, you know, hot chocolate, instant hot chocolate or anything like that. It's unsweetened. And again on high speed, I'm just going to bring that all together. And that'll take you a minute or two. Once you do that, you're going to put in a 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Let me get the rest of them out of the little container. Excuse me. And then you're going to put a 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda while you're beating it on high. And the last thing you're going to do is put 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Now again, beat it till you see that it's nice and smooth and that it's well combined. Now once you do this, you're going to need to put a plastic wrap or a towel over it and put it in your refrigerator to about 2 hours, unless you choose to put it in your freezer for probably half the amount of time, because you want it to set up and you don't want it to be real soft when you work with it. So it will come out and look like this. But again, you do need to chill this cookie dough. So I'm going to set that aside for the moment. Now, I have some that I have already made and I had chilled. And on your cookie sheet or pan, whatever you choose to use, just lightly spray or lightly grease it. And then take about a teaspoon of your cookie dough out onto your tray. Try to round it as best as you can with your clean fingers and hands. And you want to place them about 2 inches apart. These are going to bake up at 350 and they're going to take anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. So start checking them around 9 or so, because as you know, all ovens do set up differently. Now to flatten them, I just take a little bit of that unsweetened cocoa in a little bowl with a glass, the bottom of the glass, dip the glass into the cocoa, and then just press the cookie down with the cocoa. So they will flatten for you. You don't have to flatten them too much, but you just want them flat. And again, at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. When they come out, you do want to set them on a cooling tray till they're cool. And I have a cookie to show you what they're going to look like when they do come out. So they'll look like that. Nicely brown on both sides. And now we're going to get started to make the filling. Now the filling, you really just need a spoon or a spatula. You won't need your mixer. And at room temperature, you're also going to need 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And I'm just going to start to break that up with my spoon into my bowl. And you're going to need powdered sugar, and you're going to use a half a cup of powdered sugar to your butter. And then just combine that. And really you're just mixing it till it all comes together and it becomes smooth. Now once you do that, you're going to need peanut butter, because this filling is a peanut butter filling. And you're going to be using a half a cup of creamy peanut butter. So I'm just going to use a knife here to get that into my bowl. And that was a half a cup of your choice and brand of creamy peanut butter. And this again is going to take you a few minutes to combine it and bring it all together. I'm going to get all that off my spoon so that I can mix that all together. And you're also going to be putting in vanilla, and you're going to put a half a teaspoon of vanilla into that. And you just stay with it till you see that everything's combined and it's smooth and you like the texture of the filling. There we go. And it'll look like this. Now what I find too, that this is also good to just put this in your refrigerator for about a half hour or so, just for it to become a little bit thicker. So I'm going to set that aside for the moment, because I do have some already made to show you that's been cooled in the refrigerator, and it'll look like this. It'll be a little thicker in consistency once it's cool. And then just take your half of your cookie, and you're going to put anywhere from maybe a tablespoon, depending how much filling you want to put into the cookie. And And then that's your bottom, then you put your top, and then just kind of turn the cookie around till you see it fills nicely all the way around the cookie. And there you have it. I have some that are made up already, and they'll look like this. So there you have it, chocolate cookie sandwiches with peanut butter filling. Great for a snack, a glass of cold milk, a cup of coffee or tea. Give this recipe a try. I hope you like this one. If you do, let me hear from you. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.